Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have
I got hairy legs.
around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhere between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
Swole normals.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. 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 Testicles. Testing. Welcome, everyone, to episode 18 Hundo and 88 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yellow hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode, and today's episode of the Sleevescast is sponsored, is powered, is brought to you by Everson K2 Flexin'.
Fucking Catalina.
Hello, you bitches.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, what's going on, fam? Welcome to episode 1888. Just one and just eights straight across the board. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, July the 7th. I hope you're having a great week. It is hump day, but it's just another day to fucking crush, fam. It's just another day to fucking crush. Get some gorillas. All right, so let's get this party started. Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? What doth thou smasheth today? You smashing? You smashing, fam? You smashing? What'd you train today? What'd you do? Drop in the comments down below. Make sure, everyone, that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, The Daily Swole. Hit that bell right now. But right now, let's go around the horn. Let's get a round of applause. Hit that like button. I'll wait.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
I will snap your dick off and jam it into your ass if you don't hit that fucking like button right now, fam. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Falcon says thank you too. Yes. Yes, I told them to hit the fucking like button. They always do. Or sometimes they do. So like police in the comments, hit that like button on YouTube, helps a lot. And make sure you subscribe to the Daily Swole over there in Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you want to find out all the links, go to www.thedailyswole.com. Again, thedailyswole.com. You'll find all the links for everywhere you could find the show. But of course, the live stream every single day right here on YouTube. And if you want to learn more about Join the Swole fam, go and head on over to swolenormousx.com. Also, we got some clips. Let's just take a moment while you're all dropping in the comments what you're training. We'll go around the Swole fam horn in a second, but let's check out some clips available on the Swolenormous YouTube channel. Can you build muscle without lifting weights?
Matt Damon.
Don't get too aggressive with that. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Of course you can, but to a point. There's a reason why bodybuilders and people that want to put on tons of mass lift weights, because that progressive overload is much easier. You can focus a lot more stress on the muscle tissue. But I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You can definitely build muscle, of course, depending on where you're starting from. You can overload the muscle, time under tension, more volume. But of course, if you really want to pack on some serious mass, get to the motherfucking weights. Go to the motherfucking gym. Go to the gym, Beesh. Go to the gym. Yow. Go to the fucking gym. All right, right here on the Daily Swole channel, do this for good front squat form. We took a question the other day about front squats, getting deeper into that position, and some of the variables and some of the maybe limitations when it comes to squats. And we talked about ankle mobility, we talked about hip mobility and hip flexor activation and all those things. So definitely check out that clip right here on the Daily Swole channel. And fam, if you have not yet checked out papaswolio.com, make sure you do so to jump on your Swolenormous apparel today. Now, of course, because you are a listener of the show, as you know, you're here and you're listening and you're watching this fucking beard in action, use code DailySwole for 10% off your order. Again, over there at papaswolio.com, use code DailySwole for 10% off yo motherfucking order. And of course, if you want to get access to all the private live streams like this past week, we had the weekly accountability meeting on Monday. We had a Swole Fam roundtable on Saturday. Don't miss out on any of your favorite content. Go learn more about the Swole Fam over at swolenormousx.com. We have awesome membership options if you want to go unlimited. Go check it out right now. More round of applause.
Your father was a woman.
Just finishing off some bone broth here. Just finishing up some bone broth. Anyone else have bone broth today? Anyone? Let's see what we got going on here. Christian, walk and yoga today. Did the new yin practice. Lovely. Very nice. Anyone else do Genevieve's new class? That Yin 3. Genevieve is here watching right now too. Thank you so much for a wonderful class, dear. It was excellent. Yoga for you today. How lovely. How fitting of that. Pedro, 1888. We are almost to 2000. Damn straight, man. Damn straight. The whole fam making this possible. 1888. We're almost to the 19 hundos. I think we've done the math before. I think episode 2000 comes around in October sometime. So we'll be there. We'll be there all in due time. We'll be at episode 3000. We'll be at episode 4000. You know, I'll be older. We'll all be older, but we'll still be swoller. Older, but swoller. Older, but swoller. Let's see here. What else we got here? Matthew, I'm not a big guy, but I'll fight to the death if you go trying to break my dick off.
Come on, man.
I hear you. Don't worry. I'm not really going to do that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right. Today on the Daily Swole, we're going to break off people's dicks. I probably get a lot of action here. It'd be like the Roman Colosseum. All of a sudden people are showing up like, yeah, we got a brand new dick breaking going on the Daily Swole. Kind of weird. Okay. I think that is the cue to bust this nut open and for me to stop talking because we're not even 10 minutes into the show, already talking about breaking dicks off. So Falcon, take us away. Let's bust this nut open. Fam, cover your nips for the busting of the nut. Put some respect on it. Goddamn.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
There it is. There it is. That's what's up. Leo drinking like a raging alcoholic. We don't want to see it. Nope. Put it away, Leo. No one cares. Yeah, we know you got a problem. But there comes a time when you actually have to do something about your problem. The Swole fam's not going to feel bad for you, Leo, if you keep on drinking champagne. Put the fucking liquor down. For God's sake, put that shit down, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. Fam, hashtag 7 pillars for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give this away at the end of the episode. Now it's time to get into that tip. We got some good Swole fam posts. I'm fucking excited. Are you ready, fam? Are you ready? Get a round of applause. Let's go. Come on now. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Come on, beesh. Come on, beesh. All right. Tip time. Babe, just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, that's sexy as fuck. Excuse me. Oh my God.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
It is a beautiful card, isn't it, Booger Bubble? It's a nice card. Tessie's looking sexy like a snack. I know. She looks good. She looks so good, Falcon. I know. Your girl looks so good. Hashtag 7 pillars. What's going on with the stream? Someone says that it's cutting off. My stream looks 100% straight across, even connection, even bandwidth. Everything is fine on my end. So YouTube, step up your fucking game. Come on now. I only noticed from the comments, but everything is 100% on my end. It is not me. I don't know what else to do about it. However, some of you are probably getting good connections. If you want to, just hop back out, hop back in, hit the like button again. Maybe YouTube will think more people are watching and it'll distribute it to more people. But at the same time, you can always catch it later. So weird, right? Is it cutting off? That's so strange. All right, for some of you, it's fine. So maybe it's a regional thing. But that being the case, let's fucking go. Come on now. Come on now. The 8th pillar is a good fucking connection, YouTube. It's bullshit, man.
That's fucking bullshit.
All right, let's get into the first post today. Sherry, why don't you kick us off? Kick us off, baby doll. Let's see what we got here. All right, Sherry writes, hello, Swole fam. It's my 40th birthday today, and I started the day right with a nice yoga session. I don't feel 40 at all. I feel strong, healthy, and vibrant. That's because of my lifestyle and the good choices that I make. July also marks my 1-year Swoleversary. Oh, sweet. So I'm excited about that as well. You all have a wonderful Tainty Tuesday. Now, of course, today is Wednesday, but happy birthday, Sherry. Happy birthday. Very exciting. Everyone give a nice round of applause for Sherry. Hey, that's you. You're watching live. What up, CP? What up, Ish? What's going on? You got it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. We got another post from Christian, one of our resident yogis. Morning walk in yin yoga. The new Express Yin, the class we're just talking about in Swolenormous X, is a gorgeous release. Very zen. I love the yoga studio in Swolenormous X. It has everything needed to get in a great yoga flow, no matter what your level is or how much time you have. Crush your goals, fam, indeed. In fucking deed.
Looking rather splendid this evening.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, we got one from Joanne. My momentum is building. Ooh, that's a nice like ... Tell us more. I started to address in some small way each of the 7 pillars daily. I write down my intentions for the next and then record what I actually did. Writing things down really helps me. It's not for everyone, but I agree. It's good to actually have some tangible feedback and to write down. It connects you with your execution. Crossing things off a list can be very beneficial. This morning, I had planned to walk the dogs, then do my mobility training at 5:30 a.m. However, it was 37 degrees at that time, and I didn't really feel like it. I contemplated staying in and just doing the mobility. However, this is not going to help me train my consistency. So I reminded myself, fuck your feelings, and off I went. I'm so much happier within myself for having done it. I trained my consistency and my mindfulness, feeling a little stronger and happier every day. Let's fucking go.
Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken!
That's what I'm talking about, Joanne. Hell yeah. How many of you do journaling? I know a lot of you do journaling. I think it's very effective. I also think it's very effective to do so in the evening. It's very effective to do it before bed, just to download all the information that's in your brain. And you can always look at it later on. It's great to get thoughts out of your head. I know that's really good for me to get thoughts out of my head, whether you do audio recording or write things down. I think it's really good to have that connection with paper. And if you're brand new to the show and you don't know what the 7 pillars are, head on over to swolenormousx.com in the show notes at the bottom of your screen and download your copy. It'll give you all the context you need. And it's a great way to stay on track every single day and make sure that you're checking off those boxes, because if you're checking off the 7 pillars and you're focusing on those executable tasks every day, things you can control, a reminder, Every single thing in the 7 pillars, every single pillar is something that you can control. It's something that you can control. If you can't control something, then guess what? You shouldn't really worry about it too much. Shouldn't stress about it. Now, it might be impacting you in a big way. And I'm not saying that if you can't control something, just ignore it. It could be a tragedy. It could be something that you just can't change. But at the same time, that's where mindfulness and that's where keeping your center is really important, because if you can't control it, you have to deal with it. It's how you react to it. If you can't control it and change the situation or change the input, change the result, you can't change it. You can adjust and adapt and learn and build your skills on how you react to that situation. Let's see. Christian, I journal every day. It's very helpful to let things free. Yeah, Josh, I know you're a journaler. So Josh says, journal at night to look back at my day. Very good. Genevieve, journaling is super effective for me, but often one of those things I fall out of routine with. What gets written gets remembered. Well said. Dawn, I always forget to journal, but feel great when I do. Good job, Joanne. Yeah, I think if you're forgetting, if you want to and you forget, just put it by your bed. Put a little journal by your bed. You can write in bed before you go to sleep. Something where, again, right, Atomic Habits, something that's in your consciousness, you have a little space, maybe a little desk or something where you go before you brush up and wash your face and brush your teeth at night, something that fits into your routine. That way you don't miss it. That way you make it so easily accessible to do. It's just really hard for you to miss. Let's take another post. Let's just jump right into another one. We got some good stories today, by the way. We'll get into them by the end of today's Mancast when we go a little bit deeper. We got some good articles. We got some good Duke posts. It's going to be great episode today. But we're warmed up and we're getting really loose. So drop in the comments below. What did you smash today? And we're talking journaling. We're talking about staying focused. We're talking about the 7 pillars as per today's Swole card. So if you are a journaler, if you like to write down affirmations, if you like to unload your thoughts in the morning or in the evening, drop your journaling experience in the comments down below. But I really personally like to write things down. I don't like keeping notes necessarily or tracking shit in my phone. I don't connect with things like that digitally, but maybe newer generations do, but I like to write things down. Casper3703 on YouTube, 100% all the therapists I have seen have always said mindfulness is one way to deal with situations. That's right. It's also a practice. It's a practice. You have to practice being mindful. You have to practice kind of stepping away from your normal reactions. And if you're living more in the present, you'll catch those triggers. It has to do with binge eating. It has to do with maybe reacting angrily, reacting emotionally, maybe not thinking through an issue and just allowing other people to control your emotions. If you're around people that suck, if you're around people that trigger your emotions often, whether it's a parent or whether it's a friend, it shouldn't be a friend anymore if they're triggering you. But if you're in a situation, you can't necessarily control what other people do. I shouldn't say you can't necessarily control. You can't control at all what other people do, but you can control whether or not you put yourself in those situations and how you deal with them. So being more present will help you catch some of those triggers, and maybe before you go down that spiral or get down to a really low mood or start binge eating or start with other bad habits that relate to you relieving stress, things that you've classically done. All right, Siobhan. Hey, Swole fam. What up, S? My 5-pound mace bell arrived today, so I'm going to try the Swollen 7 mace bell later, and I'm planning on getting a 12-kilogram kettlebell for some kettlebell swings. I was planning on going to the gym today, so I did Swollen 7 kettlebell round 2 and going to do some yoga as well, as I've been slacking in that. Hashtag Swole season. Go to the fucking gym. No excuses. Make it happen. 7 pillars. Swollen 7. Good hashtags. And a 5-pound mace bell is really short. It's small, so it's going to be very light for you very quickly. It's very good to learn and to practice, but you're probably going to want to upgrade to a 7 or a 10-pounder pretty quick. So I would definitely maybe order a 10-pounder. That way, when you master the movements with a 5, you can upgrade to a 10. And one of the best ways to learn that core control and to mobilize your thoracic spine and to mobilize your long head of your triceps and really get that good position in is to just hold it at the base of your neck and just swing, get that pendulum going with the mace bell rather than do the full halo around. So that's a really good way to practice. So very good. Thanks for sharing. Mace bell is lit, and those new Swollen 7 mace bells are going to be filled out very quickly. We're going to be adding some more soon, so stay tuned for that. In your Swollen 7 section inside Swolenormous X, we got one from Terry. Hey, Swole fam. I made it to the gym 4 times this week. Oh, gorillas. Oh, baby.
Your father was a woman.
Very good, T-Bone. I made it to the gym 4 times this week. Started with chair yoga a month ago after throwing out my back. I went to the PT and the chiropractor to get the right per approved exercise for my back and core. I am now up to 30 minutes of static poses and stretching yoga now and light weightlifting, using the suspension trainer for more controlled squats, lunges, and stretches. Finished the audiobook Atomic Habits by James Clear. Ironically, we were just talking about that. Excited about the potential and mindset that has improved my consistency and resolve, sleeping well, and feeling better. Mahalo, Papa Swole, for this excellent human behavior science book recommendation. I am better prepared for the unforeseen challenges I will face. Also, excellent practical tactics in my successes in creating and maintaining good habits. Indeed, bro. Thank you for sharing. That's a great way to say it. Being prepared for unforeseen challenges, right there at the end of the paragraph. Unforeseen challenges, that's the adaptation. That's the real skill, being adaptive. So when we look at the 7 pillars, for example, as Terry was mentioning, if you want to be consistent, okay, so pillar number 7 is consistency. But how are you consistent? You have to be adaptable. So you need to be adaptable. You need to remove as many vulnerabilities, I'm all tongue-tied today. As many vulnerabilities as possible. Remove those vulnerabilities. Remove those things that are going to interrupt your execution. Whatever that is. Getting some weights at home in case you can't make it to the gym, in case there's a snowstorm, in case your gym is closed, in case your car breaks down. Having the ability to get what you need done, whether you're on vacation, whether you're traveling for work, whatever it is, you need to be able to have the things that you need to get your 7 pillars done every day. Now, maybe you're not going to be able to make it to the gym for whatever reason. So you're not going to be doing heavy squats today. Okay. Well, you can pivot, pop open Swolenormous X, do a yoga class, do some mobility, do a Swollen 7, do some meditation, do some active recovery, and then tomorrow you go back. So it's all about getting consistent, but it's all about being adaptable. Being adaptable and making sure that you are removing as many challenges as possible. That way you can execute on a daily basis. So very well said, Terry, and thank you for sharing. Great book, by the way, Atomic Habits. All right, last post. Tyler, well, fam, I decided every single night to do some 10-minute meditation and manifestation before bed. I figure it'll calm me down along with some relaxation. Setting the goals ahead of time for my manifestation, I am going to think positive and set great habits with those surrounding me. That way I feel grateful every single day. Every single fucking day, I should clarify. I have already gained another 2 pounds of muscle. It amazes me how much progress kicks in. Loving the way this journey is headed. I thought about doing a competition in the future. Maybe I'll reverse that and stick to what I'm doing at the moment and reconsider for another time. Again, I'm training super hard in the gym, and I recently tried putting plates under my heels when performing a barbell squat, and let me say, it's fucking brutal. The soreness and pain kicks in from the progress, really feeling it all over in every area of my legs. Definitely going to implement it in my workout regimen consistently, as it will get me to push harder and feel the burn. Anyway, fam, have a great day and stay swole. Love these hashtags. Hashtag SwoleFam, flex hard, push yourself to failure, and fuck average. I am completely amped up. You just got me amped up. My nips are so fucking hard right now. Damn. Some good juicy Swole Fam posts. I'll tell you what, Beaches. I'll tell you what. So what's going on with YouTube? YouTube's still kind of funky today? Brutal. You can go and watch over on Facebook, by the way. Facebook page is Swolenormous. So you can check that out. Also available on Twitch, on the Swolenormous channel on Twitch, if anyone uses Twitch. I don't personally. I guess I do, but I don't really use it often. And yeah, there's other places that might be looking to do some more streaming. It's a little bit more preparation to get it up to streaming, but might also be streaming on Odyssey and some other platforms too. So keep an eye out for that, but I'll let you know. YouTube is usually not a problem. So why are they trying to stunt everyone's gains? God damn it, YouTube. Come on, man.
What the fuck is that?
What's up with that shit? You still stream on Twitch? Yeah, it takes no extra effort. I still have the thing, multi-streaming over there, but I don't remember the last time I opened Twitch. I don't remember the last time I actually opened my account, but I do stream there. That's why sometimes when you get the Twitch troll, I'm not even gonna have it open to ban the chat. Just kind of let it like, do you want more followers? It's like, nah, go fuck yourself. Do you want more followers on Twitch? Sure. Think we finally pissed off YouTube? Maybe. Screw them. Fucking YouTube. Jack-offs. Don't forget also, if you want more Daily Swole content, check me out, the Daily Swole over on TikTok, and of course, Papa Swole over on TikTok as Swell. All right, let's get into some questions. If you got a question, drop in the comments below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. If you have a question you want to ask live, we do have some delicious Instagram posts. Let's see what we got. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
All right. This one's from Young Danny, D-A-N-I. Papa Swolio, what's the best strength moves for women to tone legs and peach? First, I am going to go Hambone Jones on your toning. I want to tone. I want to tone better. There's no such thing as toning. Come on, fam. There's no such thing as toning. Let's get Matt Damon. I'm gonna get a Matt Damon. Calm down. Calm your tits. All right. I'm not Matt Damoning her, but come on, stop whining. Settle down. Calm your tits. Toning is just you're building muscle. You're building muscle and you have less fat because you're increasing your metabolism. You're building more lean tissue, and your body, you're able to eat more food. You're able to metabolize more fat. You're going to be leaner long term. Ladies, if you want to get leaner, you need to build muscle. You need to eat more food, and you need to eat more protein, and you need to lift heavy. Ladies, just fucking lift. Just fucking lift. So best strength moves, hip bridges, lunges, squats, the same type of shit that guys would do. Smash those glutes, but make sure you're doing glute activation. So make sure you're mobilizing and strengthening your hip flexors. Make sure you're activating your glutes. You're activating your gluteus medius, doing some lateral tube walking. Hip bridges are fantastic as well. You can do weighted hip bridges. You could do single leg squats, single leg RDLs. Make sure you're doing Romanian deadlifts, front squats, back squats. All of it is fantastic. Oh, come on, fam. Come on, ladies. Lift some fucking weights. Let's go, ladies. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And of course, if you want to get quality grass-fed beef, make sure you're looking for grass-fed and grass-finished, 100% grass-fed beef. There's a couple different ways it'll be labeled. So that's, when people ask, all right, what's a good quality beef source? It's 100% grass-fed beef. You can find that at many stores, many butchers. You can find it online, 100% grass-fed or grass-fed and grass-finished. It has to say one or the other. Otherwise, they're usually getting fed grain. And, some people, it depends on the place. And it depends on the laws, but understand that a lot of regenerative farms will be the best sources for you. I just did a post on this talking about the ideological nature about meat being bad. Eating meat is killing the environment. It's like, no, there's a lot of other issues that are negatively affecting the environment. And to what extent, we don't know, because we've only been here with the science, and the research for a short period of time, but there's a lot of issues with factory farming specifically, and this overproduction of garbage food. If we went back to more regenerative agriculture and we weren't stacked on top of each other in excessively dense metropolitan areas, we wouldn't have to worry so much about, we wouldn't have to be making all this soy and corn filled food is subsidized by the government. There's a lot of problems with our food production. And of course, shipping things from all over the fucking world definitely doesn't help with carbon emissions. So a lot of people just want to push their ideologies and say that everything you're doing is bad. They're better than you. They're morally better. So eat some more peas and eat some more soy and corn. To that I say,
Go fuck yourself.
to that I say, I declare to go fuck yourself. I like me some steak. I like me some grass-fed beef, and I was going to eat it. Genevieve, I am on a rampage these days to debunk toning. I don't like that term. I want to tone. You want to build muscle and you want to be less fat. I get it, but you're not going to go after toning. Ladies, you have to lift heavy. Stop doing 30, 40, 50 repetitions. Stop curling 5-pound dumbbells. Seriously. Only do that when you start, when you need to, but fucking lift some weights. Women, ladies, you should be lifting fucking to failure. 8, 10, 12, 15 repetitions, but pushing yourself. Let's fucking get after it. Train heavy. Train fucking heavy. Let's see. Papa Swole, have to ask your thoughts on ordering protein. I've been looking at ButcherBox. How many of you use ButcherBox? I personally haven't used ButcherBox before. That's a viable option, I'm sure. There's a lot of companies. I know they're popping up like crazy. There's a lot of these independent farms that will send grass-fed beef. And like I said, I'm putting some links to some places inside Swolenormous X, going to be adding them to the top of the library where you see the links for the Amazon store and everything else, probably maybe in the Get Started series as well. I think anywhere that you're going to get 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef is going to be fantastic. And like anything else, where it comes to raw honey, when it comes to fruit and seasoned stuff, it's always great to create those relationships and start with local farms if you have access to that. If you find the products that you need locally, that's always a great option because you support your local community and not the big, I don't want to say the big box, but these big, larger retailers like Walmart and such like that. But it happens. You have to do the best you can. Sometimes you have no other options, but nothing wrong with it. I order stuff on Amazon too and cringe when I do, but man, when you can just get stuff delivered at any which way, anything you want, some things you can't find locally, just pop open your phone, makes it too easy. Makes it too easy to get shit. When the product is, when the service or the product is so damn good that even though morally you don't believe in the company or the way they do business, like, oh my God, it's so fucking easy. It's so fucking easy. Let's see. Kashina, Papa Swole, I know this might be a Matt Damon question. Well, I'm going to hit that button just because you said Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
No offense, but I see Matt Damon and I see Matt Damon and I push. But would it be a good idea to foam roll before and after a lift to avoid soreness, or does it not really matter? You can. Foam rolling, if you do anything, active warm up or activation before you train is more important, and just mobility, which can be with weights or without, but making sure you're activating the proper muscles. You can foam roll a little bit, but you really don't want to inhibit muscle tissue before you do strength training. You definitely don't want to do static stretching. So any kind of like dynamic warm up, maybe a little foam rolling before your dynamic warm up, it would be better. So if anything, do a little foam rolling and then do some activation exercises, start to activate those fast twitch fibers and do more specific to what you're going to be doing for the workout, what muscles you're working, and then you can go from there. So if anything, do some foam rolling and then do your active, your dynamic warm up. Good shit. Good shit. Kashina, a little follow up. I really dislike when people ask me if I'm looking to get toned because I work out. Nope. I want to be swole as fuck. Toned. What is that even? No one knows.
That's fucking bullshit.
No one knows what toning is. Everyone says it, but no one knows. No one knows. Lisa, what weight should we start at? Well, that depends on the person. So if you're just starting off, you have to learn proper form. And you definitely don't want to be crippled sore and push yourself when you first start training. So you need total body workouts that are going to just build up your skills and your consistency. It's more important to be consistent with your training rather than overload yourself too much. You need to get used to the movements, used to the habit of exercising, and get used to the form. So when I said 5 pounds, that was just an arbitrary number, because 5 pounds for some people is going to be plenty of weight. It's going to be plenty of weight for some people, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. See, again, Lisa, 10-pound weights, too light to use as a starter. No, it's not about the weight, because 10 pounds is going to be light for certain exercise. It's going to be heavy for other ones. So 10 pounds might be great for you to do curls with, but if you're trying to do side raises, that might be too heavy. You might have to go down to 8s or 5s. So there are certain weights, like I might squat 300 pounds, but I'm not going to curl 300 pounds. So it depends on how you use the weights. But for example, if you're doing, like you can grab one dumbbell and do stuff with it. You might do goblet squats with a 10-pounder. I mean, certain exercises you'll be stronger. So that could be great for walking lunges or RDLs, and could be too light for some of those things, logically, but it'll be too heavy for other things. So that's why gyms have multiple weights, or that's why you should be getting, you get like 3-pounders or 5s, get a set of 10s and just build it out. Luckily, those are light weights. So light weights relative to the heavier ones, so they're not too expensive. So you build out a set of like 10s, and you get a pair of 12s or 15s, you get some 8s eventually, or some 7s, and you can, piecemeal them together and slowly build out a set. So you'll figure it out. You'll be like, oh man, this is too heavy for this. So I need to get a set of lighter weights. Got to adjust. All right. More questions. We'll take some more questions, but drop them in the comments below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We got another one from Instagram, mtrain135. How many macros and carbs do you consume in a day? I don't know. I don't calculate my calories. I don't consume a lot of carbohydrates. I don't think most people should consume a ton of carbs. I'm not a fan of zero carb. I just think people consume way too much. And if you're training intensely, lifting a ton of weight, you can go maybe low, moderate carbohydrate, but I'm not a high carb fan. I think most of it should be coming from quality animal sources of protein and fat, and that should be where you're most biased towards. But that's where most of your energy should be coming from. You should be very fat adapted, able to kind of go in and out of adapting to and metabolizing fats efficiently and back to carbohydrates. I just don't believe in a carbohydrate heavy protocol, but that's going to be, and that's something that I've personally found myself and with many members of X and just thousands of clients over the years, that if you're training intensely and lifting a lot of weights, it's really hard to do that with no carbohydrates. To do keto and lift heavy, it's not really ideal. So I didn't personally prefer it. Maybe some people out there, oh, they love it, but I like some carbohydrates. But relative to what a lot of people recommend today or the food pyramid, that's some fucking bullshit. So I do not think you should be getting most of your calories or most of your energy from carbohydrates. So cut those down. And if you do an elimination diet, you're going to find out which carbs work best for you. Very commonly, ones that are very rarely an issue for people are white rice, sweet potatoes, fruits, dates, raw honey. Those are usually good options. But if you have trouble with sugar, metabolizing sugar, you should be very careful with even consuming fruits and honey and such if you're not metabolically healthy. So if you're coming and you're morbidly obese and you're pre-diabetic, you have issues, you got to be really chopping out all those carbohydrates, and maybe ketosis, even the short term, would be a better option, according to you and your healthcare provider and people in your circle. But that's generally my experience and my opinions on it, especially if you're not metabolically healthy. You're not handling carbohydrates well, so you shouldn't be sucking down a lot of them. YouTube still playing? Slackers. Let's see, Matthew, I was introduced to being fat adapted here on the podcast. It's been a game changer for me. Hell yeah. Good shit, Matt. I'm glad. It's great. You're going to have less cravings. You're going to hold less water. You're going to feel better, sleep better. Just get another question. Please talk more about what you actually do eat. Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break. I talk about it all the time. Please talk more about it. We got 2,000 episodes of the Mancast. Talk about it pretty much every episode. Grass-fed beef, pastured eggs, organ meats. I have some beef liver. We got some beef liver supplements or organ meat supplements as well. We talk about ancestral supplements. You can check the links in my Amazon store, swolenormousx.com/links. I like heritage pork, pastured bacon. Get, let's see, what else we got here? Organ meat, steaks, different kinds of steak. I'll go from skirt steak, I'll have some ribeye, and I'll have some strip steak. I just eat different types of steaks. Let's see, pastured eggs, mostly steak. I'm trying to think. I got some, I told you I've been trying some grass-fed whey protein isolate. I've been feeling great with it. It works great. I don't know if I notice a major difference, but it's nice if you're looking to get some more protein in your diet. It's really hard to get, let's say, 150 or plus grams of protein just from steak if you're not eating 5 times a day. And I think it's better to do one meal a day or time restricted eating window, maybe like a 24 or an 18-6 at the most. I don't think people should be eating 3, 4, 5 meals a day. I used to for bulking, and that's the thing. I'm always trying to walk this line, this gray area between, depends on what you want, right? If you want to put on a lot of size, you need more opportunities at the table to consume thousands of calories. So that's just the way it is. If you want to bulk up, you're going to have to eat multiple times a day. There's really no other way around it. And, but if you want health, longevity, maybe maintaining more of your physique where you're at, you're not really interested in continuing to get bigger. You want to improve your strength. You want to build your physique out. You want to cut down on body fat. It's really great to eat less frequently. Lisa, I moved from YouTube to Facebook because it was so bad. Weird. Real men eat steak. Kashina, we have an article today about men eating steak. It's so funny. It made me laugh. And I was like, we're talking about this on the Mancast. When we go balls deep, I gotta post about steak. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, I'll be damned.
It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. The reason is so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. James, being a diabetic, I know that complex carbs are more friendly than simple carbs. Had to relearn the difference of simple and fast-burning carbohydrates, which boosts insulin, and complex slow-burning carbs, which don't spike it as much. Yeah, that's a big problem, or the issues with absorption. And what James is referring to is generally known as the glycemic index, and it's really the impact that what foods have on your blood sugar. So some carbohydrates will absorb very quickly and trigger the pancreas to release insulin, like a spike, like a ton at once. And that's usually not a good thing to get, high insulin spikes, maybe around times when you're working out, exercising, having things. But if you're metabolically healthy, that's okay. But if you have insulin resistance or issues, or you're pre-diabetic, this is type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetic or diabetic, your body isn't going to be absorbing or able to absorb that type of sugar. And you're going to have problems because your body, with a negative feedback system will not be able to reduce the amount of blood or sugar in your blood, and you can have a lot of issues from that. Jesus Christ, why is YouTube having a problem? What the hell is going on? Everyone's having a problem with YouTube. I don't know. Maybe it's something, maybe it's another hack. But remember yesterday, I don't know if you remember, but yesterday TikTok had an outage and you couldn't post videos. Everything wasn't loading properly. So I had to delete some videos I posted on TikTok yesterday because I uploaded them during the issue. And I kept on getting errors and this, and no one was seeing my videos. So I just deleted a couple and reposted them today because it was all glitched out yesterday. It went down for several hours. It was really glitchy. So I wonder if it's something related. Maybe it's Putin. Maybe it's the Russians. Maybe they're everywhere.
Come on, man.
Help me, Grandpa. Help me. Help me. Help me. Kenneth, what up, Kenneth? This podcast and family got me back in the gym this week. Been fat for far too long. I have been blaming too many injuries to not get swole. I've been listening to the past casts all day to retain the information. Welcome to the fam, Kenneth. Thank you for subscribing and checking out the Mancast. Appreciate you being here. Good shit. You know, it's really what you do with the information. There's so much information out there. And people complain about there being too much information. What are your thoughts on this? Let's rant on this a little bit. What are your thoughts about there being too much information? People can't make a choice. Analysis or paralysis by analysis. There's so much information. What do I believe? What do I do? Naturally, people are going to gravitate towards the bullshit generally. They're going to navigate towards the fit tea, the fast results. Like, how do I lose weight fast? How do I build muscle faster? It's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Nothing worth having happens fast. Nothing worth having happens fast. But there's so much information. I feel like it's a better opportunity to learn. If you're going to mainstream sources, you're going to hear the whole same shit. You know, meat is burning the earth apart. Meat is going to make the earth just catch on fire. You're going to end the world. You're an evil person if you eat meat. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see, lose weight, 30-day challenge. Let me change my life in 30 fucking days because I've been a fat, lazy fuck for 40 years. 30 days is all I need to undo that shit. Sure. Not that quick. Not that easy. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Is there too much information or I'll pause at this. Is it because people today are coming out of institutional education and are never taught how to actually acquire and assess information? They're taught what to think, not how to gather information and not how to use critical thought. So most people are they don't understand how to think for themselves. They don't have an original thought. They need to be told what to do. So they look anywhere that someone's going to tell them what to do. And here I am telling people to cut out these foods, test them for 6 to 8 weeks and see how that goes. And then re-implement foods one at a time to see which foods work best for you. No. But that's effort, Papa Swolio. That takes some time. You mean I have to try to do something? You mean you can't just tell me what to eat? Why do you want me to tell you what to eat? That's fucking weird. I'll tell you what I eat, but that doesn't mean that's what you should eat. We all know. I love beef. I love steak. People say, "Oh my God, you should eat so much." I don't care what you eat. Test it. Do you like eating fish more? Then fucking eat fish. You want to be a vegetarian and that works best for you? Then do it. You feel like being a vegan works best for you? Then fucking do it. Just don't tell me like I'm a bad person because I am optimizing for my evolution. I'm optimizing for my performance. I'm optimizing for my health. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. We're finding out more and more about genetics every day. And we're learning more about which foods might be optimal for certain people. But what we can agree on is that there's a lot of individualization. There's a lot of food options on this planet. And more than ever before, we have the ability to customize our nutrition. We never really had that ability. It was whatever was available where we lived. If we lived on an island, guess what? We're eating a lot of fucking fish. If you live on the coast, you're eating a lot of fish or you have access to a lot of fish. You live somewhere where there's a lot of buffalo, you're probably going to be hunting buffalo. So it really depends on where your people evolved from and where you live. But now you can just go to a supermarket and order something from around the fucking world any time of year. You can get ripe fruit or quote, ripe fruit. I guess if it's frozen, right? It's picked ripe and then it's frozen and shipped across the world. And then in the winter, you can get ripe frozen strawberries. It's just not something that humans have had even as much as 100 years ago, 50 years ago, not as much as today. More so than ever before. Make sure you hit that like button, fam. Let's go. Make sure if you haven't hit it yet, maybe YouTube is not giving you a good connection because people aren't hitting that like button enough. Beaches, hit that like button. And of course, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean. Head on over to thedailyswole.com. Again, thedailyswole.com for all the links if you need to find some more places to catch, to watch, and all that good shit. Super Jen, yes, too much information, but some people are too lazy to even choose and start and stick with something. Loretta, people rather be told what to do. Thinking's way too hard. It's way too hard. Let's see. Tyler, is it normal for me to feel hangry every 2 to 3 hours? I eat big meals. Is something wrong? No, you're a young kid. You're growing. So it's normal, but at the same time, depends on what foods you're eating. And if you're more fat adapted, chances are you're not going to get as many of those hunger pangs. So when you're more carb, if people in general eat more carbohydrates, you get that insulin roller coaster. So you have more of those triggers when your blood sugar drops. But if you're more fat adapted, it'll keep you more even keel. So it's all based on your habits too. If you're used to eating regularly throughout the day, when you don't eat regularly throughout the day, your body expects food and it's gonna be like, hey, knock, knock, knock. Aren't we supposed to be eating right now? So you'll feel hungry. It's also habit based. So, when you're younger, you're eating more just because and more often because you're growing and you're young. So pretty normal. We got a question here. We'll take a couple more. Katij. How often should you train legs? That depends on your experience, depends on your goals, depends on what exercise and what program you're doing. But I would say twice a week is plenty. If you're doing it right, once or twice a week, once every 5 or 6 days, once every 4 or 5 days, depending on the overload, depending on the exercises and depending on your recovery. It really does depend. Like you can train them more often, but should you? Probably not. You're probably not training hard enough if you're doing more than twice a week. Seb the Wise, why do you love America so much? Why do I love the United States? Well, I love what it stands for and why it's here and what it provides to people of all nations around the world. I'm not saying everything is perfect. I think people make this kind of stuff too black and white, like in the sense that, oh my God, it's great. Like everything is perfect. Everything is wonderful. Everything can be improved. Depends on your perspective and what you're leveraging. But of course, you can complain about anything. But there's a reason why people flood through our borders from all over the world is because we have more freedoms than any other country, in the sense that the ability for people to move up, to succeed, to do what they want, to protest. Now, you got people burning shit down the fucking streets every goddamn day. There are people that are trying to tear this country apart. And I know everyone wants to have this like peaceful divorce and break apart the country. I think that's the worst thing. These are growing pains. This country is not old. This country is barely 200 years old. If you call it like the Civil War, that was 160 years ago? Barely a country. We're just brand new. It's still an experiment. So everyone that's trying to break it down and tear it apart, I think need to suck it up. Things need to stay the same. People need to argue it out. They're going to fight it out. Some people are going to do dumb shit. They're already doing it every fucking day. And that's how you become anti-fragile. You have to stretch. You're going to have to go through resistance. Like there's problems. Okay. It's also better than ever has been. You have a lot of people that are literally lying to children. They're lying to you. Most of these politicians are lying. They're virtue signaling, and they're just trying to create divisiveness to gain more power because a fringe, small amount of people on social media are running their fucking mouths like it's the end of the world, like the United States is this evil, evil fucking empire. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm not a fan of the military industrial complex either, but what am I going to do about that? All right. There's a lot of things I need to change in this country and improve, but to act like you're going to tear it down. Everyone in the streets is just complaining about, and they just want to tear everything down. They want to deconstruct, but they're offering nothing to the change, to the positive. No changes. They're offering nothing. They just want to tear shit down and burn shit down and tear down statues. I think it's terrible. You're erasing history. If anything, add a plaque or add some more context as to why this is history and why we don't think this way anymore and why we've made progress. Why do you have to erase and change the narrative? It's history. It's done. It's written. Let's fucking add to it. Let's learn more history, not erase and replace history. Let's just there's a lot of stuff that happens every day that doesn't get recorded and logged in as major historical events. And over time, as we look back in history and we see these different triggers, same thing happens with every war and every situation. Shit just ramps up. You look back, here was the first shot. Oh, we learned this. We learned all these different things. Like if you study and learn about the Civil War, I just went through a book. It's fantastic. It's about all these wars and all these big revolutions. Most of it is tax-based. Most of it is the tax system. And most of this is based on going back thousands of years. Most conflicts have something to do with taxes and with, with sucking money away from the population. Same thing with the Civil War. So there's a lot of other things that aren't really talked about. Even with the story that we are being told, even with what we have learned, more and more and more stones get unturned. Life is very complicated. And most of this has to do with, anyway, that's a whole other rabbit hole, but that's why I love this country, because I can fucking say what I want, do what I want. And that's the problem with cancel culture is you have these big tech monopolies that are trying to silence people and literally take away people's First Amendment right. And it's a private private company, blah, blah, blah. But when you have so much market share in a monopoly that takes over the town square, the ability for people to communicate, then these big tech companies have no right to censor people. So I'm very against cancel culture and censorship. That's exactly right, Cerny. Erase history and you'll repeat the same mistakes. Oh yeah, and people are, right? The socialist and Marxist left, that's what they're doing right now. And it's absolutely repeating the same. Fucking read a book. Where is everyone? Seriously, you realize how few people actually are educated in this country. Most people are stupid. They're ignorant. They don't learn. They've never read a fucking book in their life. All they do is just get riled up on Twitter or whatever fucking mainstream media tells them. It's so obvious. You can see this shit from fucking miles away. People have been calling this shit out for decades and no one listens to them. And all of a sudden, now your kids are getting indoctrinated with this bullshit. Oh my God, where'd this craziness come from? Well, that's what happens when you have a shitty fucking economy and shitty inflated money, no actual value and no ability to store your wealth. And people are disconnected from their children. They're not able to parent their kids because they have to work a couple jobs just to make ends meet. And they're not able to be there for their kids. So the state raises your children. Entertainment on TV raises your children. Well, how come during COVID, right? How come during this whole period, last year and a half, no one cares about health? No one cares about quality food. Just stay inside, be fucking scared, watch as much Netflix as possible. There's all these incentives to just keep on sucking down entertainment, sucking down garbage food. It's not a conspiracy. It's just, look, this is what's happening. It's not a conspiracy. It's just fucking obvious. It's obvious. It's cognitive dissonance. People do not want to address and look at it right in the fucking eyes. That's the same thing as looking in the mirror. When you look in the mirror and you look at yourself and you look into your eyeballs and you realize, oh, it's that person's fault. When you look in the mirror and you realize that it's your fault, it's not comfortable. That's what meditation and brain gains actually does for you. Confronting your own bullshit can be very challenging. And when you see this stuff happening right in front of you, all around you with your children, parents are standing up now. And I've been saying this for a while, that coming up on August and September, when kids are going back to school with all these new variants popping up and all this critical race theory, there's going to be some serious sparks flying. When parents realize what the fuck is going on, they are going to be livid when they realize their kids are getting brainwashed. These absolute lunatics are destroying the next generation. Destroying. So it's time to fucking step up, start thinking for yourself. Stop outsourcing your parenting and stop outsourcing your information, your knowledge to the fucking state. I'll applause myself on that one. That being said, I think that about wraps it up. It's time to go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's deep.
All right, so, fam, it's time to get scared. It's time to get scared. Now, I told you it was coming. We had an episode of Red, White, and Swole recently that the variants are coming. The variants are coming. Dun, 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 dun. So what we got? What fear-mongering do we have?
What's in
the box.
What do we got? What should we be afraid of late next? Aha. The Epsilon variant. Oh, very nice. Very nice. California Epsilon variant. Ah, the Epsilon variant. We barely even scratched the surface with the Delta variant. Let's just go down the alphabet. We have an Epsilon variant. Contains 3 mutations which could allow the strain to bypass the vaccine immunity, study finds. Shocker. Shocker. It might bypass the vaccine. So fam, make sure you get ready for all those booster shots you're going to need every couple months. Get those jabs. I think what they're going to do is they're going to start handing out punch cards like Subway used to do, or those club cards where every time you get a shot, you get a little punch, a hole punch. You get 10, you get some free movie tickets or something, get a free donut, something like that. You're just going to have to make sure you join the vaccine club. Ho, 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 get your card punched. You're going to have celebrities holding up their card with like 70 punches in it. They're going to be all fucking like scars and like zombies. I punched all my cards. No, I'm kidding. Maybe not. We're starting to come on like, okay, what is it's almost like just fucking more risk from getting the damn vaccine almost now. Just pop out all these new variants and just, shoot this one and shoot this one. Anyway, make sure that you're speaking with your doctor. Make sure that you are making very wise decisions. Now, if you're an adult and you choose to get it because your work is requiring it, which is really fucked up, or you are around a lot of people that might be high risk, but your kids, please, fam, please pay attention to the fucking evidence and the research and think for yourself. Listen to as many podcasts. Please don't go fucking jabbing your kids. Please, please, for your children. Come on. Come on. There was an episode on, now, who knows? I mean, who knows? Like, this is all, I mean, every time we talk about this kind of stuff, like, towing the line, like YouTube is, they ban stuff like this all the time. But Brett Weinstein had this is from Gert Vanderbosch. He had a guest on, and they were talking about how implementing vaccines during the outbreak is one of the worst things you can do because you actually trigger these variations, these mutations, like during it's not the time to implement a vaccine. You should be doing it before. A vaccine is good before an outbreak. During it is actually exacerbating the mutations and weakening people's immune systems while while variations are still coming, which means because when you get the vaccine, your immune system is weaker temporarily because your body actually is reacting and building up antibodies in many cases. There's different types of vaccines. I'm not a vaccine expert, so talk to your doctor, all that stuff. But yeah, this is obviously what's going to happen. Obviously what's going to happen. There's always going to be another variant, another thing. Just make it up. Epsilon, then you have a gamma variant, or then you have a Hector variant, whatever the fuck it is. You're just going to do all the military terms, call signs, whatever. Yeah. Epsilon variant. Over 97% of the Epsilon variant have been detected in the US, with almost half in California. Oof. The findings mean that the vaccines will not be effective in combating the variant. Great. So make sure you go and get those useful vaccines now, fam. Let's see. Let's read a little bit more on this. Fully vaccinated people may be at risk from the Epsilon variant. New study finds researchers from the University of Washington and Vir Biotechnology based in San Fran found that the variant had 3 mutations on the spike protein, which the virus uses to enter and infect human cells. These mutations could provide resistance to neutralizing antibodies generated by the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. Oh my God, we got some pretty colors and shit. What the fuck is going on here? What's more, the mutations may be able to evade natural antibodies a person forms after being infected with the virus. Health experts say neutralizing antibodies are what protect people from the virus, and the variant's ability to resist them could leave people in danger. The Epsilon variant is not believed to be more infectious than the original virus, though. But here's the thing. That's not going to stop anyone from fear-mongering and scaring the fuck out of you into getting it. It's no more infectious, but people are going to be losing their fucking mind. I mean, here's the thing. It's already been proven. It's already been locked down. And when I say locked down, the sheep have already been selected. And these are the people that have been double and triple masking. These are the people that will jump if Fauci says jump. These are the people that no matter what the CDC or anyone, any big daddy government, whatever they say, fucking instant. That's what this whole lockdown, that's what this authoritarian takeover has shown. How ready people are for authoritarian rule. Like, just protect me, keep me safe, lock everything down. People were begging for a goddamn dictatorship. Literally begging to be locked down. It's scary. But once the government convinces you to inject some experimental drug into your body, it's cognitive dissonance. You have to go along with everything else because the personal responsibility and the shock and the overwhelming horror of maybe realizing that you didn't make a good decision or that X, Y, and Z might be a problem, you have to just block it out and just make yourself and convince yourself that you did it for the right reasons, that X, Y, and Z. And I know some of you did. I'm not saying you should be shaking and not being able to sleep at night and so forth, but this is what happened in Nazi Germany. All this type of stuff. I'm not making the exact comparison, but once you start committing atrocities, like you have to, it's an incremental thing. It's that frogs in a pot. You start making a little bit of a concession, and then it's easier to make the next concession. And it's easier to take orders for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And soon enough, you're just full-blown Gestapo, and it's just completely off the rails. You just tell yourself it's for this reason. You tell yourself it's just brainwashing. You brainwash yourself. You're already seeing it online. You're already seeing it with the self-censorship. It's not just the censorship on YouTube or all these other platforms, but people are self-censoring. They're not saying the things that they think might get banned. They're not creating the content that might offend someone. They don't even have to censor half the people because people are doing it themselves. It certainly didn't. Yeah, everyone thinks that the Nazis all of a sudden, oh, the World War II started in 1941, or just popped right off. Hitler's and the Nazis, it was like 10, 20 years. You know, it was a whole bunch of stuff that happened before that. Yeah, it wasn't like all of a sudden, like, we must load them all up on the trains. Nope, didn't happen like that. You see, if you went from 0 to 100, everyone would be like, whoa, pump the brakes, bro. Not cool with that. Very sneaky. Very fucking sneaky. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. Again, look at your history. Look at what happened after World War I. Horrific depression. Horrific poverty. Right? The German economy was in the fucking gutter. People were sweeping currency into the goddamn gutters. You could see like pictures and stuff. They were just Reichsmarks was everywhere. The currency was worthless. It was inflated to shit. Why do you think countries start wars? Countries start wars because of money, finances. The fiat system is trash. That's why these wars are started, to generate big profits. It's all a scam. Buy Bitcoin. Anyway, hey-o. Pretty much. Now, let's shift topics a little bit because obviously we have other things to discuss. We have to talk about meat. We got to talk about meat. Yeah. Like meat, right? Pretty nice.
Who told you to eat my cookies?
No. No cookies. No cookies. We're talking about beef before. Talking about beef, talking about steak. Delicious. And someone was saying that eat meat to be more, right? Men love to eat meat, or I love to be tough and eat meat. Check this out. This made me laugh. Fucking hilarious. Ready for this shit?
What's in the box?
All right. Article says, men like meat because it makes them feel more manly. And then it goes on to say, gents consume more beef and chicken than women, quote, to enact and affirm their masculine identity.
That's fucking bullshit.
Is some fucking bullshit. I'll tell you what, because when you eat more steak, your testosterone levels are going to be higher. It's going to improve your testosterone. Yes, it will make you more masculine because you're not sucking down soy. Yeah. You're not sucking down soy and plant-based shit, which is destroying men's testosterone. That's true. Men's testosterone levels and sperm counts have been plummeting. We talked about that from the Joe Rogan podcast. We talked about that with taint length. That's why we got the taint length matters. It's masculinizing women and it's feminizing men. I wonder why there's so much gender dysphoria today. Randomly, all of a sudden, out of the last 5 years, all of a sudden, everyone's fucking trans and everyone's demisexual and pansexual and shoe sexual and table sexual. Everyone's just completely mentally fucked. I wonder why. It's in the food. It's on social media. It's everywhere. And it's being encouraged in children, which is even worse. Some of the bullet points, UCLA expert, well, let's just read through it. Men like to eat more meat than women because they feel it helps to enact and affirm their masculine identity. I'm sorry, what men are you talking to? It sounds like you're talking to soy boys. If someone asked me about why I eat meat, it helps to enact and affirm my masculine identity. No, I'm hungry and I want some real fucking food. Give me a steak. Make me a fucking sandwich. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Researchers from the University of California, Los Angeles. What's going on with California? Why is all this? You're just spinning out variants. You're spinning out this nonsensical garbage. University of California. The University of. Ooh, the of. Polled more than 1,700 U.S. adults, must be true, set out to see if real men eat meat, if that stereotype plays out in reality. It does play out because real men are eating meat, because men that eat meat are going to have better testosterone and more vitality and virility, or whatever the fuck the words are. They found that unlike among women, the more men feel like they have to follow traditional notions of masculinity, oh God, the more beef and chicken they intended to eat. I'm sorry, I don't even eat chicken. So does that make me like a Superman? Look at this. Look at this guy. This guy looks like he's fucking this guy's on the sauce right here. Jesus, what is that? Like John Cena? This guy looks like a combination between like John Cena and a gorilla. All right. The findings, the team said, may help inform future efforts to encourage consumers to switch to more sustainable, environmentally friendly, meat-free diets.
That's fucking bullshit.
Yo, fuck yourself with this ideological trash. Enough. The findings, this biased study, this bullshit fucking ideological study, may inform future efforts to encourage people to switch to meat-free diets. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so tired of this. This is so criminal. Yeah, I eat meat because it helps to enact and affirm my identity. I don't feel satisfied. With my food unless I'm eating some fatty, real quality steak. Enjoy your tofu. Come on, give me a break. This is such bullshit. Quote, our findings suggest that shifting men's perceptions of ideal gender roles away from traditional masculinity could lead to their reduced consumption of beef and chicken. So our findings suggest that by brainwashing men, essentially at a young age, that they're actually men, telling them that they might be women or that they might not be masculine men, that they should be more feminine, might convince them to eat less beef. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you trying to make men be less men? Why? Why are you trying to destroy men? Men have it so rough in this country. Legit. Men get fucked left and right. Men have very few. Everyone wants to blame, the patriarchy. Yo, men get fucked over and eaten alive in the court system. With this bullshit, give me a break. Men can't be men. Men can't be men. It's gonna make me fucking rage. It continues. Quote, this is particularly promising in the case of beef, given that beef production poses a much greater environmental threat than other forms of meat production. Well, that's bullshit. Regenerative farming is totally great, and it's actually carbon positive, or carbon negative, I should say. That's the proper word. That it's actually is better for the environment. Monocrop agriculture kills millions of animals. It destroys the land. Tons of glyphosate pesticides, tons of carbon emissions, shipping that shit around the world. Vegetable oils are awful for the human body. We know this. The health in our country is garbage, and it's like a fucking spike. It's awful. It's awful, in part because we don't have any value we don't have any store of value. We have our currency it's bullshit. It's a house of cards. This fiat system is complete trash. So this is all part of it. It's all part of the tax system. It's all part of the economics. It all comes back to the money. The money is shit. The money is worthless. This is why over decades we've had this big push for women in the workplace. You can tax people more. If you have more workers, you can get more taxes. We have less parenting because now you have both used to be able to have one person. A lot of your parents or grandparents had had one job. You had a job, a car, a house, 3 kids. Totally fine. Totally fine. The whole American dream, picket fence. Yo, you're not doing that unless you're making like multiple 6 figures today. Shit is so expensive, but it's not really that it's expensive. It's that money is not worth anything. Your buying power is going down. So now that, again, we'll keep on ranting. You're getting a higher minimum wage. Oh, we raised the minimum wage to $15. Sure. Well, now everything costs more. So your dollar is actually worth less. So you get $15 an hour, but now your milk has tripled in price. You're going to buy less. You're going to buy less. And you're not going to be able to get a job because now companies are going to have to raise wages on minimum basic labor jobs. And you're going to try to hire less people, automate more things, and hire people that have higher qualifications, even for basic jobs. And those people probably aren't going to want to take it. They're moving into the gig economy. You have a lot of restaurants and small businesses shut down, and big box stores like Amazon and Walmart are just going to keep on gaining market share. It's fucking criminal. And it's right there in front of everyone's face. Please, can we stop feminizing men? Enough with this shit. Enough with this shit. I don't know if anyone saw my pronouns on the Daily Swole page on Instagram, but we're going to talk about that in a second because Instagram now allows you to choose your pronouns. So I added a few on the Daily Swole channel. And let me tell you, they are insane. They're insane. It just shows how deep the mental corrosion goes. Let's read more about this fucking train wreck of a study. Where's my picture here? There we go. In their study, the power team, surveyed 1,706 U.S. adults between the ages of 18 and 88. Wow. That's
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick
That's
off
a great range.
Jam it into your ass.
Perfect for a study. 18 to 88. Let's just fucking anyone. About both their meat consumption levels and openness to becoming vegan or vegetarian. This is some twisted shit. As well as their sense of gender identity and conformity to traditional gender roles. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Matt Damon.
As well as their sense of gender identity. They can't even spell too. They put of gender identify. Why don't they use a spell check when they're writing an article online? Conformity to traditional gender roles. Conformity? What? I have a dick and I have testosterone and I lift weights. I'm a fucking man. Conformity to traditional gender roles. My gender identity. I'm a man. I got both chromosomes. XY, motherfucker. What's the problem? That's about it. Can we move on to more important things? Okay, thank you. Quote, first, compared to women, men reported that they eat all types of meat more frequently, including beef, pork, fish, and chicken. With the effect sizes of these differences descending in that order, the researchers explained. Yeah, beef is number 1. Wonder why. Testosterone. Responses also indicated that among men, a greater conformity to traditional gender stereotypes was associated with both more frequent consumption of 2 types of meat, beef and chicken, and lower levels of openness to vegetarianism. All right, pause. Let's just go through that. Okay, among men, a greater conformity to traditional gender stereotypes. You mean being a man and being a woman. I love how that's a traditional gender stereotype. That's actually evolution. That's evolution. So if you want to call that a traditional gender stereotype, how about a man and a woman? So that's associated with eating more meat and lower levels of openness to vegetarianism. In other words, lower levels of openness to tanking their testosterone and sperm count. Most men want to stay men. They feel better eating red meat because that's what we've evolved on. That's why we're here today. Hunting and gathering. Similar effects on meat consumption were not observed for fish or pork, understandably. However, the same trends were not seen among women, suggesting that men may eat more meat in order to validate and perform their sense of traditional masculine identity. Holy shit.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
Jesus Christ. How completely insane is this? Suggesting that men may eat more meat in order to validate and perform their sense of traditional masculine identity. I don't have to validate a damn thing. Who is thinking this much about what they eat? Please. Please. Oh, God, these fucking soy boys. All right, there's a guy with a steak, blah, blah, a couple pictures. All right. This train wreck continues, quote, within gender differences in self-ascribed masculinity / femininity among men offer insights into these phenomena. It continues, a deeper understanding of gender roles may be useful to reducing public meat consumption for improved human health and environmental sustainability. This is completely ideologically driven. This study is completely off base. It's off base. It's completely biased. This is obviously directed at getting a specific result. A deeper understanding of gender roles. I'm a man. I have a dick. I have an X and Y chromosome. You're a woman. You got XX chromosomes. You got titties and a vagine. Some people, extremely fringe, have both and they're intersex. We get it. Some people in their head have some other preferences. That's fine. Let them do what they want. But don't change. Don't take fucking basic fundamental food away from me. Please. Can you not trash my health just because you're mentally insane? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
You're not making this easy on me, boy.
Thank you.
Chicks will dig you. Or dudes or whatever gender thing you're into.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this bullshit. Let me see. Do I have both of those pictures? Hold on a second here. We got a couple things from Instagram. Now I put some pronouns. I don't think I have a screenshot of that. Let me see if I could send it to myself quickly while we're live. Because I put the pronouns. I thought it was very, very descriptive. It was very descriptive. I think it was very appropriate. Not offensive at all. I always make sure that there's no offensive content on the Mancast. So let me send this to myself. Let's bring this onto the show. Let's see. Let me message that to Papa Schwerlio. Bring that over here. Excellent. All right. Let's see if I can get that going. Now, where's that picture here? Dun, 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 dun. Where is that? Where's my... I text myself. Where is it? Oh, it's not coming through. Let's see if I could do this. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I'm not logged in. Am I not logged in? Why is that's weird? Why is that not sending? No, it's not he Swole. No, because you can't choose it. It was with their own. Huh. That's weird. I'm trying to send it to the computer. Whatever. I put my, all right. So here are my pronouns. I'll just read it. It's, XYR. So XYR/ you could choose up to 4. So I chose 4. You can go look at it. I'll let you all look at it yourself. On Instagram, The Daily Swole on Instagram. So it's XYR. Is that Zier? But I know there's a Z. I don't know. Fuck that is, right? XYR. / COS. Like cosine. I guess we're doing trigonometry and something now. So COS / it. I did put an it there. Got the it. / PERS. PERS. So I chose my 4 pronouns. That's all they allowed for me. So I did that. I figure it will get me in with the in crowd. I want to be popular, you know. My God. But okay, so that's ridiculous. But check this out. So here's an image of the way it looks like. So when you click on the pronouns, like, hey, I can add my own pronouns. This is what it looks like. So I typed in N, right? So this is the screen. This is what it looked like. So if you type in N, here are the pronouns. So you type in N, it says ni, like N-E, then near, N-I-R, then nears, then knee, N-E-E. What the fuck is that? Who's going to say I'm a knee? A near, so an N-E-R, and an N-E-R-S. And of course, I wrote on the picture, what the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
So I went through and I typed in every first letter just to see what they are. And some of them are literally insane. Like they're just completely made up. So the problem with this is, what do you determine as a viable pronoun? Why can't I put my own? Of course, they say, well, if you want to have your own pronoun, if it's not listed here, then you can add your own to your profile. That should be the case already, because now you're already giving people this option, and now people are going to be complaining to add more pronouns. So eventually this list is going to be thousands long, and I'm never saying this to anyone. I'm sorry. I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game. Okay? If I'm having a conversation with you, I'm not using a pronoun because you're there. Okay? I'm talking to you. So I'm not going to say like he or she when I'm talking to your face. Aside from that, I'll use your name. How about that? I don't care. Not playing that game. You're not changing my language. There's men and women, and there are people that like other things and like to do whatever they want in their own free time. That's up to you. But this is insane. Another thing, and I talked about this on the Daily Swole TikTok. We talked about this. I made a joke because I said Mama Swolio. I said Mama Swolio didn't like it too much. Mama Swolio didn't like it too much. So I thought about this. I thought about this because, I'm Caucasian. I'm Caucasian. I'm a white dude, I guess. I'm tan. I'm white because that's so descriptive about my person. Like that's so very descriptive. That tells you everything you need to know about me. I'm white. So that gives you all the information. You know everything. You know my thoughts. You know everything about me because you can see the way I look on the outside. He has a beard. He must be blah, 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 blah. Sure. So I was going to put white-owned business. You like that? I was going to put white-owned. White-owned? Yeah? Boo. Everyone's saying boo like, All right. That wouldn't go over too well, but why would that not go over well? It's white-owned. It's true. Let me show you this neo-racism from Instagram. Okay, this kind of stuff pisses me off. Amazon does it. Netflix does it. I will tell you right here, right now. I don't give a fuck if your business is black owned. I don't want to be shoved black stories on Netflix or black stories or black books on Amazon. If it's a good fucking book, let me know. If it's a good book, do not force this racist bullshit down my throat. I know the game you're trying to play. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, you're promoting this. Fuck you. I know what you're doing. Fuck you. I know what you're already doing. So this is what Instagram does. Okay. I get this alert when I open up my profile. I'm going to edit my profile. I want to edit my profile so I can add some bullshit pronouns to my profile. And I got this thing from Instagram. Highlighting black owned shops. All right. Just before we already know where this is going, but let me read this. It says, we're making it easier for people to find and support black owned shops on Instagram. Shops that identify as black owned can add a label to their profile and, ready for this, may get featured more prominently in places like the shop tab. This is only available for business accounts with shops right now. That's some serious sinister shit. That's pretty fucking evil. And I don't know why this is slipping under the table and why more people aren't talking about this. Maybe they are some places. And I think this is just a very sensitive thing because how can a white person talk about this on any kind of mainstream? They're going to get like, we're independent, fam. We're fucking independent. So let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Thanks to the Swole fam and everyone here, we are able to speak our minds as long as the YouTube and Facebook overlords allow me to stay on their channel. But not going to stop making the fucking podcast. Not going to stop laying down the shit. But how fucking creepy is that? We're making it easier for people to find and support black-owned shops When have you ever gone to buy something? I wonder if this is white owned or black owned. Bruh, make a good business, make a good product, and people will fucking buy it. Why is everything black? You have black people for this, black people for that. Fine, you're black. We get it. You have darker skin. You have more melanin. I get it. I get it. I get it. Very happy for your parents. All right. Same with white. It's like, yeah, you did so much work to have what you were naturally born with. Great. Tells me nothing about you. So now you're going to have all these other businesses being promoted based on the color of their skin. That's racism. That's racism. You're not promoting black owned. This is racist. Imagine if it said highlight, just change one word, and then see how it sounds. Ready? Imagine if it said this. Ready? Highlighting white-owned shops. We're making it easier for people to find and support white-owned shops on Instagram. Shops that identify as white-owned can add a label to their profile and may get featured more prominently in places like the Shop tab. How would that fare? Highlighting Asian-owned shops. We're making it easier for people to find and support Asian-owned shops on Instagram. Shops that identify as Asian-owned can add a label to their profile and may get featured more prominently in places like the Shop tab. They would lose their fucking mind. They would lose their fucking mind. Oh my God, it's racism. That's what it sounds like to me. If it doesn't work both ways, then it's racist. You want equality? This ain't it. This is racism. This is literally, Instagram has a full-blown racist, a full-blown racist protocol. This is racism. Blatant in your face. And by the way, there's no such thing as reverse racism. It's racism. There's no reverse. There's no opposite. The opposite of racism is not being a fucking racist, not anti-racist. No, anti-racism are for woke grifters that are just taking advantage of this fucking narrative and the socialist takeover. That's all this is. This is racism. How the fuck are people, how is this not all over the news? Oh, that's right. It's all run by the same fucking people. So frustrating. So fucking frustrating. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. And I hope, and guess what? I hope that black businesses do well. I do. But guess how they'll do well? By being anti-fragile, by creating a good product, by creating good services that people want to purchase or to utilize. I don't care if you're black, white, purple, blue. If you have a shitty business, it's going to fail. I don't care how good your marketing is. If your product sucks, your business is going to fail. And businesses that are going to fail should fail. Banks that should fail need to fail. That's the problem. That's why we just have this fucking gutter rot in our society, because we keep on covering for people. We keep on making sure that no one has a tough time. Everyone gets a handout. Everyone gets some free money. Everyone gets freebies. Everyone's just getting handouts. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. I mean, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better, but this has to burn itself out. That's why we can't split as a country. We can't be breaking shit up. These are growing pains. It's a young country. We need to fucking get through this to the other side. The civil rights movement in the 60s, that wasn't fucking cake. World War II, we went through that shit, and guess what? We came out better. Now with all this delusion, no, we got to stick together no matter what. Can't be breaking shit apart. This is just growth. These are growing pains. It's a new country. But this is definitely racism. Definitely. Absolutely. I know it's been said 1,000 times, but come on. Like, literally, when you have a country that had a black president for 8 fucking years, whether or not you think Obama was good or bad, it's like, how do you have a systemically oppressed and racist country when you can have, you have so many fucking entertainment and actors, and yeah, it's not everyone, but there are a lot of poor, destitute white people and Hispanic people. There's so many fucking things going on. Like, how dare people try to tear down and make it seem like this country is fucking evil? It's one of the best places, if not the best place to be in the entire fucking world. It's just insane. It's insane. And of course, it depends on how you're looking at it. And everyone can make the argument. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. We have to get through it, though. That's the thing. You have to go through it. How do you forge steel? How do you make a sword? You put it in the fucking fire. You got to forge that shit. You got to make it resistant. You got to fucking hammer it on one side, hammer it on the other side, make another fucking layer, hammer it again, and hammer it again. Flip it, fucking hammer it, and fucking hammer it, and fucking hammer it. And then it's strong as shit. You know why? Because anti-fragile. Because it's been through it. You fucking put it through over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right, what else we got here? All right, let's talk about some more fat shit. Let's talk fat shit. All right, there we go. That was good. Good rant. Rant? Yeah, that's a rant. Clip that and call me Susie. All right, I'll tell you what, before we leave here, we got to talk a little bit more about fat phobia, don't we, fam? Drop some dookie in the comments down.
What's in the box?
Before we find out what's in the box, make sure you drop the hashtag 7pillars in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. Thank you. 9. You don't say. How's it going? Oh, God. All right, let's see. Yvonne, let's take a couple comments. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this shit? What are your thoughts about Instagram and all this? Let's take a couple comments from those of you that are watching live. Yvonne says, I never once walked into a store or bought something online and wondered what skin color, gender, or sexuality the shop owner had. I just cared if they had a product worth buying. Yeah, no shit. Very well said. Let's see. Cerny, I don't care what you are. I don't choose a business to spend my money by the color of the owner's skin. Agreed. James, 100% truth. If they went with brown or white owned, then it's racist. But black owned isn't. Believe it or not, it is, but they're so brainwashed into thinking it's not. They would lose their fucking minds. They would lose their fucking minds. Kashina, I think it's so stupid. I don't care what the person looks like. As in skin tone, I don't care. It's so dumb. Agreed. Booger Bubble, I think if you got a good product, I'll buy it. Fuck what the owner identifies as. Preach. All right, let's take some more posts. You can drop some more comments. We'll take some more. Let's see what we got here. Drum roll. Let's do it again.
What's in the box?
Fat phobia. Okay, so swipe to learn about fat phobia plus phrases and actions that you can take to combat fat phobia and diet culture. I cannot wait. Can you wait, fam? I don't think we can wait. I think we have to get into it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
For those of you that are just listening, there's a picture of Virgie Tovar on this slide. So apologies. I had no fucking idea. Okay. Okay, here we go. What is fat phobia? According to Virgie Tovar, one of the nation's leading experts and lecturers on fat discrimination and body image. Man, you are being so generous. One of the nation's leading experts. Yeah, the only thing she's an expert in is double dunking. Double stuffed. All right, one of the nation's, bullshit. Fat phobia is, quote, a form of discrimination that says fatness is bad and ugly and that thinness is good and attractive. Full stop. Again, it's the word. It's the phrasing. Thinness. No. How about fit? Fuck being skinny. You're just saying thinness because you can get away with your insane ideology. Being fit is good and attractive. It's healthy. It's better in all areas. Fat phobia is just your sensitivities, it's your low self-esteem. It's your incessant obsession with not changing and not investing anything in your life and just blaming everyone else. It's just victim culture and it's fucking pathetic. So Up yours, Virgie. And I know that's a really gross insult because no one wants to think about what that would entail. Let's see. Fat phobia in the media. Media often gives us subtle fat-phobic messages. Here are some questions to ask yourself that can challenge fat-phobic stereotypes on TV, movies, etc. When you watch something, ask yourself, how does this make me feel? How about turning off the movies and starting to take care of your health? Go spend time with your kids. Go for a walk. Play with your dog. Go exercise. Stop watching fucking TV and movies. Why are these characters in bigger bodies? They're not in a bigger body. They're fat. These are fat people. Fat people. Fat fucking slobs that are usually fat and fucking dumb because they don't take care of their health. I'm not saying all fat people are dumb, but you're not too smart by stuffing garbage down your face. So you can talk all you want about how, well, fat people don't necessarily have lower IQs. Not really saying that, but they're obviously not handling their life too well. Why are these characters in bigger bodies? Who benefits from, I'm in a swoller body. Who benefits from this? Certainly not their pancreas. What assumptions do we make because they are fat? That they have poor lifestyle habits. Do we think they are lazy? Oftentimes, yes. Snorlax and the Bubble Base. Those are characters. Those are animations. Okay? Are you going to call an animation lazy? Stupid idiot. Do we think they have no self-control? Homer Simpson? It's a cartoon. It is a cartoon. It is a fucking cartoon.
Do we think they have no self-control?
Yeah, if they're written that way. It's a cartoon. It's the same way, like Disney movies, I mean, lions don't actually talk English. Okay? Hyenas don't have, like, conversations, by the way. All right? Mice don't talk. What are we talking about here? Really? Like, what are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm not even reading the rest of that. Talking about just anyone that has a fat body. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. A few people, a few characters. Who cares? And you have Lizzo. She's a fucking disgusting train wreck. Here are some helpful phrases to combat diet culture and fat phobia. You have Lizzo's extra human body on the picture and a lot of these comment bubbles coming off her body. So these are helpful phrases, quote unquote helpful, to combat fat phobia. I don't think that fat phobia comment is funny. I'm not going to engage in this conversation. All right, let me tell you something. If you ever are talking to someone and you hear someone say, I don't think that fat phobia comment is funny, I'm not going to engage in this conversation. That person has zero friends. No one is going to want to hang out with that person. And guess what that person is going to do? They're going to keep on harping about fat phobia online because their annoying personality and their brainwashed psyche is just so desperate for love and attention. That's why they keep on doubling down with the hashtags and with this ludicrous content. Another one. I know my body has changed. Please don't comment on it. It sounds like a personal problem. Okay. Sounds like you don't like what you've done to yourself. That's not my fault. I don't like to go on diets that restrict my food intake.
I don't like doing things I don't like to do.
I prefer to listen to my body to decide what I want to eat. Yeah, and the results prove themselves. Hot girl summer is for everyone. If you're either attractive to a majority of people, or if you don't have AC that's working, then you'll have a hot girl summer. I have a hot ball sack summer. I'm not running around screaming it. I probably should. No matter what my body looks like, I can wear anything I want, especially when it's hot. That's true. No matter what your body looks like, you can wear anything you want. What you can't do is force people to like it or to not comment on it or to not be disgusted. And the last one, did you know that our weight actually doesn't tell us anything about our health? Did you know that you have an IQ that is struggling to push above Forrest Gump level? Really trying hard.
My name's Forrest Gump.
Really struggling. That's an uphill battle. Your weight actually does tell a lot about your health, and it tells even more about your lifestyle habits. So Lizzo obviously does not take good care of her health. She has a lot of bad habits. She has a lot of bad shit that she's doing to her body. That's why she's morbidly obese. And this is also why she doesn't want to change, because she leverages that for attention and to play the victim. And it's been very successful for her. So, you know, she's using it. She's manipulating society and the audience. And she's using this as a tactic in order to get attention. And it's pretty pathetic in my opinion. We got more. Yeah, Forrest Gump wasn't lazy. No, I didn't mean lazy, but obviously his IQ, but he did a lot of good stuff. All right, here are some actions. Oh boy. Here are some actions you can take to combat diet culture and fat phobia. Please tell me more. Unfollow social media accounts that promote diets and diet culture. That's right. Anything you don't like makes you unfollow it. But a lot of the diet stuff and the quick fix things are bullshit anyway, so it's good for everyone to do. Another one, diversify your social media feed by following accounts of folks with a variety of shaped bodies. This is very close to racism. Very, very close. Okay. Diversify. I need to diversify my feed. So on purpose, I need to actively go follow fat people just so I have a diversity of my feed. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'll follow whoever the fuck I want. You're shoving shit in my Explore feed down my throat anyway. You're going to shove it down my throat anyway. I don't have to go looking for it. You're putting it in my face. You're telling me that you're telling me to go look at these you're telling me to be racist in my profile. You're saying black owned businesses. You might see this more. Are you a black owned business? Should we promote you over anyone else because of your skin color? All right. Another one. Ask someone you trust if they can be an ally. That's a word that needs to get run over by a tractor trailer several times. An ally. God. Ask someone you trust if they can be an ally and help change fat phobic conversations. I'll tell you in a second. Okay, all these things just show me that you're a huge pussy. That's all this is. If these are things that come into your brain, you are a huge pussy and you're barely a functioning adult. You are so lucky that you can survive in modern society. Because if you rewind the clock a couple hundred years, you would have either been thrown in the fucking river or you've gotten eaten by a wolf. You would have been completely useless in society. This wouldn't even have come up because you would be so lucky to find fucking food. You have it so good. You have it so good. You can put all your bullshit into a fucking Instagram post. Just the hilarity, the irony of that is insane. You're using this technology that is beyond anything we've ever had as a human, as a culture in history, ever. And you're using it to play the victim as if you have it rough. You have it so rough because you're morbidly obese. You're so oppressed in a society where you have way too much food and the ability to do jack shit but complain online and not take care of your body and then blame everyone else for your shitty lifestyle. It's fucking stupid.
Matt Damon.
Oh my God, this is so fucking pathetic. Point out fat phobia in media to start making it seem less normal or acceptable. Well, people are doing that in droves. We don't need any help. Shop at stores that have a variety of sizes and have models of many sizes. I will shop wherever they make clothes that I like. And unfortunately, my clothes are getting smaller and smaller. At least the labels are. So now I wear a size medium, small, or even extra small in some shorts. No joke. I will order a medium and be like, oh my God, these are huge. So yeah, medium, small, and sometimes potentially, you never know, eventually it'll be extra small. I'll be shopping in youth section eventually. That's why I don't wear a shirt. Most things don't, no, I'm just kidding. I can wear a shirt. I just don't want to. Remind your friends that they have the right to decline being weighed at the doctor. This is the worst. This is the worst shit ever. Listen, the doctor needs to get your weight because you might have a tumor. It's not a tumor. That's fucking bullshit. Your doctor needs to weigh you to see if you have any major issues that would have incurred a rapid weight gain or weight loss. If you don't let the doctor weigh you, you shouldn't be going to the doctor. All right. You're a real moron. You're a legit fool if you don't get weighed at the doctor. It just doesn't help anyone. It certainly doesn't help you. And if I was a doctor and someone refused to get weighed, I would say, then I'm not going to be able to help you. Don't tell me how to do my job. Please do not come. If I was a doctor, I'd be like, I went to school for 10 fucking years. I've been doing this for 20. Do not tell me what to do. You come here for health, I will help you. But if you tell me how to do my job, get the fuck out and go somewhere else. No, yeah. Let's see. Sources. You ready for these sources? Check this out. At the end of this post, sources. The self-love revolution. Radical body positivity for girls of color. Colonialism. Historical trauma. And eating disorders. What's the connection? So I guess those are two books. Sources, The Self-Love Revolution, Radical Body Positivity for Girls of Color. God, what a mouthful. Think about that shit. The Self-Love Revolution, Radical Body Positivity for Girls of Color. So we're teaching you to be racist and prejudice. We're teaching you, listen to that title, self-love. You're loving yourself, but you're hating other people, essentially. Radical body positivity for girls of color. Wow. And then another book, Colonialism, Historical Trauma and Eating Disorders. What's the connection? Nothing. Fuck. Nothing. Colonialism and eating disorders? The fuck are you talking about? What in the actual fuck?
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Oh my God.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
It's so hysterical. Hysterically bad. All right, we got another post. Let's finish this up and see another one. Here's a post that says, if you gained weight during the pandemic and now you're uncomfortable about going back into the world, that's normal. Just remember, the problem is the anti-fat bias you know you might face out in the world, not the weight you gained. All right, well, I'll correct you right there. The problem is your fat ass. The problem is the fat that you've gained and the terrible habits and the health that you've deteriorated in a world where you need to have good health to protect yourself against all viruses and all illnesses and disease and improve your longevity. It is the weight you've gained. It's the habits that led to that weight gain. It's not your fault, remember? No, it's the bias. It's the anti-fat people. Oh, it's the bias out there in the world. All the evil fucking people. It's them. It's not me. It's them. It's not me. It's them. It's you. It's you. No, it's you. It is you. It is the weight you gained. It is you. It is your fault. It is your habits. Yes, I know there's a pandemic. That's what a pandemic means. It was all over the world. Everyone dealt with it. Some people completely trashed their health, got fat, and blamed the world for it. Other people took control of their health, lost weight, lost fat, changed their life more than ever before, got a new career, started working online, had a lot of time with their kids, and really started taking advantage of being a human and getting back to their roots. So how come you didn't do that? It's your fault. Stop blaming other people for your lack of initiative. Stop blaming everyone else for your shortcomings. Everyone can blame. You could blame colonialism, blame slavery. Listen, none of you were around. None of you were fucking slaves unless you came from another country. None of you. Your ancestors, well, my ancestors came over on the fucking Mayflower sometime. They were persecuted. Oh my God. I don't hate English people. Oh, fucking, like, who cares? Everything's in the past. Can we move forward in a positive direction? I know that the history is important. Understanding the history is important. But your ancestors did something? Okay. My ancestors did stuff too. I don't know what they did. You know why? Because there wasn't Instagram. They weren't filming everything every 2 seconds. They were busy trying to get across the ocean and not fucking die. They were trying not to get scurvy. Oh, I don't know. It's so unreal. It's so unreal. Let's keep our resentment and frustration aimed where it belongs during this time. Outward. Yeah, that's okay. This is actually a really good caption for us to for us to discuss what's going on here. Outward towards systemic fat phobia, discrimination, and body shaming, not inward towards ourselves. Listen, this is exactly the opposite. This is the doublespeak. Let's keep our resentment and frustration aimed where it belongs during this time. Outward toward systemic fat phobia, outward towards discrimination, outward to body shaming, not inward. Anyone that knows anything about self-improvement, anyone that knows anything about self-improvement knows that you need to take ownership of yourself. You need to focus on your shit before you can fix anything else. Make yourself whole. Fix your own shit. It's you. It's how you react to it. It's how you're adapting to it. It's how you're responding to it. It's you. Outwards. You're directing it outwards towards where? The boogeyman? Systemic fat phobia. That's a boogeyman. That's a boogeyman. Systemic fat phobia is a boogeyman. You can't see it. You can't put a finger on it. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a headquarters. It's just this thing, this apparition that just keeps on growing and growing. Oh my God. It's everywhere. I see fat people. Discrimination and body shaming. It's such fucking vague. There's discrimination everywhere. You know why? Discrimination is essential for human survival. We're supposed to discriminate. We're supposed to prejudice. We're supposed to prejudge. Why? Because if you go into that wooded area, there might be a fucking tiger that will rip out your throat or a bear around that corner. We're always judging. We're always discriminating versus good ideas and bad ideas. It's human nature to make sure that we do these things to protect ourselves. Everything is around living to see the next day, surviving until tomorrow, having more babies, populating. That's all we're here for. We're supposed to discriminate. In today's society, and what I'm saying is we're not supposed to discriminate like, oh, you're bad, you're good, but Instagram's doing it. Black-owned businesses, step right up. That's why humans are tribal, because if you have a tribe, you're safe, you're secure. You have a bunch of other humans that will protect you, that will have food, that will provide for you, that will take care of your children if you were killed. That's why you have a village, a community, hunter-gatherer tribe. You want to be with your tribe because if you're an outcast, where you're going to find shelter by yourself, you're going to hunt by yourself, you're probably going to die in the woods alone. So you would do whatever you can on an evolutionary level to be accepted by your tribe, to be protected by your tribe. It's you. You need to focus inward more. Focus inward more. It's the opposite of what that says. Focus inward more. All right, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Sorry for the YouTube troubles. I don't know why YouTube was giving everyone problems, but make sure you subscribe to Daily Swole on YouTube. Hit the like button, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure you leave a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps a ton. Make sure you check out all the other shows. And also remember, papaswolio.com. Go check it out. And because you're a listener of the show, over there at papaswolio.com, get your Swolenormous apparel for 10% off. Use code DailySwole at checkout. Again, DailySwole at checkout for 10% off your order over there at papaswolio.com. And of course, you can follow the Daily Swole over there on TikTok as well. If you want some more clips, the Daily Swole on Instagram and all that good shit. So let's give away this fucking Swole card, shall we? 7 pillars all day, every fucking day. You dropped in the comments. Now let's fucking go. What's it going to be, fam? What's it going to be? I know. They have to use the hashtag Falcon. For God's sake. Scroll. All right, we got a winner, our very own Booger Bubble. Congratulations. They need a hobo's dick cheese.
Congratulations!
They need a hobo's dick cheese. Booger Bubble. Congratulations. Excellent. Everyone say congratulations, Booger Bubble. Oh, come on now. Calm your fucking tits. The more you show up, the more you play, the more chances to win. Everyone say congratulations. We'll be giving away another one mañana. We got episode 1889 coming up. Very stoked about that. But congratulations, Booger Bubble. Congratulations on winning today's Swole card, fam. If you want to join the Swole fam today, remember, check out the show notes, the description down below. Head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the Swole fam today. We got awesome options for memberships over there at swolenormousx.com. So check it out. Congratulations, Booger Bubble. Let's lock this shit down, wrap it up, and it's time to go make some fucking steak because I got to feel like a man tonight. I got to feel like a manly man and eat a steak because I need to reinforce my gender identity. Who told you could eat my cookies?
Go fuck yourself.
I want to make sure I'm manly tonight. I got to make sure I eat my beef very nicely.
Come on, man.
I know Greta's not going to. How dare you? Yeah, I know you're not going to like that. How dare you? Keep sucking down that soy, Greta, and soon you're going to be Greg. Okay? Okay? Okay, that's how it fucking goes. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out, man. I'm fucking freaking out, man. I'm losing my fucking mind.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
Mr. Strickland.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night.
I got hairy legs.
We choose truth over facts.
How dare you? How dare you?
All right, fam. I know. Thank you. I see you. Oh, fam. Isn't this magical? Magical? Well, thank you so much for joining me for episode 18 Hundo and 88 show of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pincast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. 1889. Mañana. Isn't that right, Falcon? Yes. Yes, good boy. I am jamming out, obviously. Stop fucking interrupting. Fucking nailed it.
He's on fire!
Feels so good. Go balls deep.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Oh, got it. How's it going? The underhand. Boom.
Boom shakalaka!
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Calm your tits, Falcon.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Oh, God.
All men and women created.
Go to sleep.
You know the thing.
No, I don't. No one does. No one knows what you're saying. Okay. All right, fam. Excellent episode. Thank you for being here. My hair's everywhere. Fam, I'm just going to go and make me up a big old plate of someone under pressure of steak. I think that's what Biden was trying to say. He wants to make a steak. He wants a steak. He wants everyone to eat more beef because that's going to masculinize the men. It's going to make this country stronger and better and healthier. No, actually, he wants you to eat like a pound of meat a year. But hey, I eat like a pound of meat a day. Motherfucker. It's time to go get some enjoyment, some succulent tastes. And fam, let's head on over to the Telegram chat for a little bit of post-Swole. Let's have a schmoke and a pancake inside the Telegram chat. So Swole fam, I will see you there. Head on into the Telegram chat, and everyone else, head on over to swolenormousx.com and jump on the Hot Swole Summer Special. Get access to Swole TV, all the private content, the private streams, the private community, and so much more. swolenormousx.com. Fam, we'll see you tomorrow for 1889. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies.